Hi, this is Loran Swenson with AO Scan. Welcome to another video in our instructional video series. On this video, we're going to introduce you to the S.E.F.I programs. So let's get started. Locate your icon on your desktop, double click, brings you to your main page. Again, we want to go through and select your client. You can do that simply by typing in the first four letters of the last name, capitalizing the first one, and then clicking on select client, and then hit save. And obviously, if it's your first patient, you need to fill out the entire form. That's covered in another video. Okay, so we're going to go and also make sure that you've got the proper technician selected. Okay, left click on programs, and S.E.F.I stands for Subtle Energy Frequency Imprinter. So this is the program that you're going to use when you want to imprint remedies, affirmations, different little programs that you can imprint and either broadcast or actually imprint into a device for a client. Okay, so let's start up here with erase. If you're going to imprint an item, whether it's a ring, an energy disc, an energy bracelet, whatever it is that you're going to imprint, even a bottle of water, the first thing you want to do is clear it from any energies that are in that item at the time. So you would put your item in your S.E.F.I if you have a S.E.F.I unit, or you can set it on your cradle, your software cradle, and you would put it on and you would click again. And the same, now that you've cleared it, now you can go in and you can either use it for your frequency optimization during your scan. So as you're doing the optimizations, all those frequencies are being simultaneously imprinted into whatever it is you have in the S.E.F.I or on the cradle. And or you can use them as separate standalone functions. Okay, so once it's cleared, the item is cleared. Let's say that we want to do an affirmation. You click on affirmation, and we have these already pre-built, and these categories that you see will be expanded as future updates come out, but each one of these is a frequency program for these different subjects. You click on one and click imprint whatever the item is. So those are affirmations. The other ones that are, well, and then brain tones. This is one that is really helpful if you know the frequencies, like in inner voice, it shows you the frequencies that are out of range. And if you want to expand on that, you can scroll this bar across until you find the frequency that you want to play for your client or imprint into the client. And you have different ways that you can modify that with either wavy or pulses or modulations to help influence that to be more readily accepted in the brain. So brain tones, you find where your frequency is. Once you've got it the way you want, you click play, and you can let it go for as long as you need. The other nice feature about this is in inner voice, it will tell you the frequencies that are out of range, and it will suggest the frequencies that they need to be played back into their head. It will also show you the color. Now, let's say that D sharp was the frequency that needed to be played back to the individual. Yellow would be, if they had colored glasses, yellow would be the lens that they would want to look through. Or wear a yellow shirt, or yellow would be a beneficial color because it's the color of that frequency. So brain tones is a wonderful little program and easy to operate. Once you've got it, you hit play, it runs the program. When you're finished, click the little X at the top. Okay, single broadcast. Now this is where this program is a program where you can broadcast. So imagine this being like a radio station, and you're going to send a signal to a receiver, and the receiver being the individual. And so when you click in this box here that says subject, it would take you to a file that has client pictures in it. So you need to take a picture of your client, and that would put their picture here. And then you would click in this box down here which would take them to their picture folders where the fractals would be, and they would grab a fractal and put it in there. And they will have videos on each one of these programs that go into more detail. This is just an overview of what S.E.F.I allows you. And then you can type in the affirmation that you need, click the green button, and then this little button up here that looks like a musical notes, you'd click that. That starts the program. It's also the same button that stops the program. And so that's the single broadcast. Now you also have a multiple broadcast where you could broadcast frequencies to 4 different people simultaneously. So that's what the broadcast S.E.F.I programs are. Then you have your chakras. So in the vital scan, you see where one of the reports is the chakras. And if you see some of the chakras that are out of range, either too much yin or too much yang, you can actually come in and actually play the appropriate frequency to help bring that chakra back in balance. Or one that we like to use a lot is just the sweep, and it just goes all the way from the root to the crown, and it takes about 2 minutes to do that. And you can imprint that into something they wear, or you can put headphones on and it's something that they listen to. All right, drugs. Now this is another one. We have in this directory here, we have over 1,800 pharmaceutical drugs and their appropriate frequencies, so that you can actually imprint a frequency of a drug into like a bracelet or into a bottle of water or sugar pills or whatever it is that you would be appropriate for your client, and they would get the frequency benefit of the drug without the toxic effect of the chemical drug. And so you would just find the drug, highlight it, and again, this little note up here, that's your start and your stop. And general rule of thumb is for imprinting 1 to 2 minutes. When really there's not a consensus of whether it should be 1 minute or 2 minutes in the industry, so it's just whatever you feel is appropriate, but at least 1 minute, and anything over 2 minutes is pretty much generally accepted. It's too much. Okay, so 1 to 2 minutes. Flowers, these are the Bach flowers. So you've got all the frequencies for the Bach flower remedies that can be imprinted into either a bracelet or a bottle of tincture or a ring, whatever it is that you need to do. Highlight the one, click imprint. Again, 1 to 2 minutes, and you've made that remedy. Okay, Healing Vibes is a great little program. If you've got somebody that has an issue, say somebody's dealing with allergies, you would click allergies. It loads the frequencies, and these are frequencies that were determined by Dr. Royal Rife back in the 20s and 30s. He's the one that came up with these protocols. Loads them in there, and then you would again click the little note button for 1 to 2 minutes and then turn it off. So it's a great little program. It's got about 800 different programs already built in for you. It's very similar to the rad tones, same concept, but a little bit different way of delivering the frequencies, a little bit more of a complex matrix of frequencies. And again, you can find the element. This also has a lot of your homeopathic remedies. For example, Arnica montana. You can start to type in, and it will find Arnica montana. You could click on Arnica montana, and let's say you had a tube of cream. You could put the tube of cream in the S.E.F.I itself, click Arnica montana, click the little note button for 2 minutes, and you've essentially made a homeopathic Arnica montana. So again, a great little program. Health is another affirmation program. So you have these health programs. Someone that has insomnia, you could take this this frequency, put it into a gummy bear or a stick of chewing gum, into a tincture, sugar pellets, whatever you felt would be appropriate, and imprint the frequencies for insomnia and give that to your client. Again, imprint 1 to 2 minutes. Homeopathic, again, here's just about 36 homeopathic remedies, probably the most common. You have this option, or you have the rad tones where you could select either one. They work similar. Find the one that you want, imprint it for 1 to 2 minutes, then you're done. Okay, so very quick overview of the S.E.F.I programs. Again, S.E.F.I is an acronym for Subtle Energy Frequency Imprints. And so these are the programs that you have available to you at this point, and these will be expanded as time goes by with more options and more things to do. Now this top one up here, Wave Generator, is really designed for the acoustic light wave that is manufactured, that we manufacture, which is a Rife device, a broadcast Rife tube. However, the same frequency programs can be imprinted, so that's why it's also in the S.E.F.I category. And if you already have, you've also purchased the acoustic light wave, well then here's your software built in for you, and the AO scanner will talk directly to this. But let's say you go in and you go to click on A, here's all the issues. Acute pain, you click on acute pain, loads the frequencies, and you would hit start. Simple, easy. Alphabetical order of all the different elements that we have frequencies for. Find the one that you want and hit start. You don't have to worry about changing frequencies or setting any parameters up. It does it automatically. So that is the wave generator, again specifically designed for the acoustic light wave, but can also be imprinted. If you are going to imprint one of these, you can see that there's several different frequencies. They're going to run for 180 seconds each one, so you'd have to let it run through the entire cycle once to get the full benefit of the imprint. So this is where it's different. If you're imprinting some of the others, you're only looking at 1 to 2 minutes. This here is going to take several minutes, close to an hour. So again, specifically designed for acoustic light wave, but can also be used as an imprint. All right, copy. Last part here. Let's say that somebody has a supplement or medicine that they're taking and they're having a terrible time with the toxicity. If you have the S.E.F.I unit, and it will only work on the S.E.F.I unit, you can take a sample of whatever the supplement is that they want to duplicate. You put that on one plate, and there's another video that explains how to do this. And then your imprint device, whether it's sugar pills, bracelet, an energy disc, whatever, on the other side, and you would simply hit copy, and it would take the frequency signature of whatever's on the copy plate and put it into whatever's sitting on the imprint plate. So here's your S.E.F.I. It's in a whole program in and all by itself, and I hope this was helpful for you, and thank you for watching.